Okay, so today I have good news and I have bad news about the Jonathan Majors trial. The bad news is the trial got pushed back to September. The good news is why it got pushed back, and that's because the DA needs more time for discovery, which to me screams that because they were so sure they had the evidence to charge him the first time, and this was months ago, the fact that they still need to focus on discovery means that they don't have the case they thought they did. So chances are really good that he will get off. When that will happen, I do not know. It sounds like somebody has it out for him. Now, whether it's someone within the legal system or just the supposed victim, I do not know. But anyway, let's get to the article. Jonathan Majors' trial on domestic violence charges will now begin on September 6th. With the trial originally set to start today, which, as of this recording, was yesterday, August 3rd, the new date for the proceeding was announced by Judge Michael Gafee Thursday at a very short hearing in Lower Manhattan. The people are not ready for trial today, Assistant DA Kelly Galloway told the judge, noting the need for more discovery. Taking that in and undoubtedly aware of the attention the matter has attracted, Judge Gafee told the prosecutor that the clock is ticking. Time will continue to run against the people. We look forward to presenting the full facts and evidence at trial, DA spokesperson Doug Cohen told Deadline after the hearing today. Along with his defense lawyers, the Creed 3 star was presented in the courtroom on the 4th floor of 100 Center Street this morning. Harlem actress Meagan Good accompanied Majors to court today for the literally 2-minute hearing, as she did earlier this summer. Up against misdemeanor charges of assault and harassment, Majors is looking at up to a year behind bars if found guilty, which, as far as I'm concerned, it seems highly unlikely that he will be found guilty. Led by Priya Chaudhry, Majors' defense team has insisted from the moment their client was arrested on March 25th that he is not guilty of any assault claims. And what I would like to know is what other discovery needs to be done. They have the victim statement. They have her medical records, I assume. What does she need? What else do they need? Unless, like I said, they're desperately trying to find proof that he did what he did, and they're like, yeah, we actually don't have a case here, and that somebody just has it out for him. Whether it's the supposed victim or someone in the law enforcement or justice system, I don't know. Subsequently accusing the NYPD and the overall justice system of racial bias and calling the whole matter a witch hunt, which, unlike some people, this is actually a witch hunt because what the hell? Majors' attorneys have repeatedly attempted to turn the spotlight on the 30-year-old ex-girlfriend of the Loki actor as the actual perpetrator in the situation, which it's looking like, yeah. Following the last hearing in the case back on June 20th in front of Judge Rachel Pauley, Chaudhry put out a statement claiming in part that last week we delivered additional compelling evidence to the district attorney, clearly proving the alleged victim's assault on Jonathan Majors and not the other way around. Despite the release of video footage of the woman in question on the night of the incident, in which Majors was the one to call 911, the evidence has not emerged yet. That evidence has not emerged yet. In fact, a still-sealed decision by Judge Pauley back at the June hearing saw Chaudhry withdraw documents disputing the accuser's allegations. In a statement put out just after today's hearing ended, Majors' lawyer claimed the police were prepared to arrest his accuser when she sets foot back in New York. For an excruciating 4 months, Jonathan Majors, the real victim in this shameful ordeal, has had his life, career, and reputation torn apart, Chaudhry said Thursday. Yet he remains unwavering in his determination to be absolved from this harrowing ordeal. So wait, are you telling me the victim isn't even in the state? Or the city? I don't know. I mean, if you're dealing with a trial that, you're on the good end, you're on the prosecutorial end, why is she not in New York? So, but yeah, things are not looking good for her. No charges have been laid against the women in the months. Wait, is it more than one, or do we not know the difference between woman and women? In the months since the incident in Majors' Chelsea apartment, NYPD sources tell Deadline there are no plans to do so, regardless of what Majors' team may have said in the past or today. A full temporary order of protection was granted on April 27th for the woman by Judge Pauley and remains in effect. Today, Judge Gafee made a point of reminding Majors that he must still abide by an order of protection forbidding him from any contact with his accuser, which it sounds like he wants no contact, so that shouldn't be a problem. Holding a Bible, a notebook, and a green coffee mug, Majors leaned into a microphone at the lectern and said, "Yes, sir." In Thursday's hearing, Chaudhry and the ADA Galloway both told the judge they would not be filing any motions. There was some lawyerly crosstalk among them, and the judge that included references to certificate of compliance, shorthanded as COC, by Judge Gafee, and redaction, suggesting that some technical issues are still being negotiated among the parties ahead of trial. I wonder if it's basically this woman just wants a payday, and they're working on some sort of plea deal that he'll pay her a certain amount of money just to, go fuck off and die, basically. Unlike previous hearings with Majors under Judge Pauley, Judge Gafee today did not allow photography or videotaping in the courtroom. In an unusual step, the judge barred anyone except Majors and his entourage from leaving the courtroom. Wait, what? A lockdown that lasted several minutes after the actor had exited. Oh, I see. Okay. It was another twist in what has been a startling turn of events for the Emmy-nominated Majors. Okay, now they're going into his resume. And all the people who dropped him because, just the smell of guilt was enough to scare people off, as opposed to finding out if he was actually guilty. Which sucks. I mean, I get it that you don't want to have a felon on your payroll, but how about making sure he is one first before you drop him? So that is all I have for this article. So we're going to have to wait till September, or maybe we're going to find out beforehand that they just couldn't, find the evidence because they were looking for something that isn't there. And he'll be exonerated, and hopefully his career can continue. There have been back and forth as to whether he'll still remain as Kang. Hopefully he still will, because again, until he is proven guilty, which based on what I'm hearing, that's probably not going to happen, because at this point, like I said, what discovery are they still working on? So if they're still working on discovery at this point, all I can say is they're looking for something that isn't there, which means that he is going to, get off. He's not going to be, this trial isn't going to last very long. And they say that they're not going to charge the woman, but if it turns out that she made this all up just to get a payday or to ruin his career or whatever was going through that pea-sized brain of hers when she decided to do this, I think she should be charged, because this is filing a false police report claiming that something happened that didn't. There's freaking video evidence disputing what she said, and people are still going at it, which is not a good look for the justice system, that they refuse to accept the evidence in front of their faces because, oh, this is domestic violence, so we have to believe the woman no matter what. And we're just going to have to look for evidence until it shows up. No, if the evidence isn't there, you don't need to believe her. When Me Too started with the believe women thing, they meant when there was evidence to believe them, not believe them no matter what. Because too often, people didn't believe women despite the evidence. Not because there was no evidence. It's just, ugh. People have to get their shit together, because they're ruining lives for no reason, because they're dead set on proving that men are horrible, or that Jonathan Majors, it can't be allowed to be well off, whether it's simply because he's an actor or that he's black. I wouldn't put it past that racism has something to do with all this. I wouldn't at all. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. So I will see you guys in the next video.